Well, me and Bearcat just got this made, and I did something unique here. Instead of cutting the tubes, instead of having it at 580 millimeters, I've moved the motor mounts in and clamped them. A little less on the back to make a good geometry. We've got 33, 33, 41, 41, and across the width here, diagonal, we have about 51, 52. So that's a 500 basically. You could make it a 500. There's still lots of clearance. Well, not lots, but enough clearance from the frame with the props to make it 500 with the 12-inch props, which could mean extra long flight times. We'll find out tomorrow, because we're going to use, this is just a VTX battery, or VRX battery, but we're going to use our 5,000 mAh batteries and see how long we can last in the park on this. And we will have the OSD data so that you can see the drain on the voltage. And our optimum goal is to have voltage drain slow and mAh rating drain slow. I put it on the watt meter tonight. That's here. And when I put it on the watt meter, it was drawing around 12 amps. And the 905s draw about 18 to 20. And the 1100s over there, they draw about 22 to 24 amps. So hopefully with this lower amp draw and equal lift, we'll have a long duration flight time. And when we get into the 4-cell this week, this should be a good combination with the 1238s, so there's not much resistance on them, even though they are slow fly props. And there is on sale for, like I said, $438 a pair, so I bought 3 more pairs, and then I'll have some spares. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. It was hovering great outside tonight. I didn't have as much of a drift issue after recalibrating and doing all that a couple of times, not just once. And basically it seems to not be drifting as badly, but I do have it trimmed a bit still. So we're going to find out if the NASA's been dislodged and is maybe on an angle underneath there. So that would mean taking off the top plate. And this conversion from the sport arms, which are these, which just you can just attach and feed the wires through. The time was probably around 30 minutes, 45 minutes with measuring and stuff. You just got to remember to set your front arms at full extension forward and reference that to get your distances on the backs. So once you have that on the back, then you can actually move the front arms back a bit if they're coming in view of your camera, because you have this point now set according to the full extension point here. So you can now use this as a reference point at the back and bring these back as much as you want. 0.5, well, 5 millimeters to a centimeter. It ranges how much you'll need to get out of the view of the props, but with this setup, it's only about 4 or 5 millimeters that I move them back. So with 13-inch props, then we can just extend the motors out, or the motor mounts out further, and experiment that way without buying new arms. So that's one of the advantages to the HB8. And here's the mounts back here for the actual tail if you're going to use a tricopter. This is the same dimension as this, the clamp. So you'll be able to clamp a tube here, and then there's 2 holes here as well to clamp that tube. So you'll have extra structure on that as a tail boom. So there you go.